Hello everyone, this is your RJ Likitha. Here we are having Dr.P.Polaraju sir. సివిల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళకి ఈ సార్ గురించి పెద్దగా పరిచయం అవసరం లేదు. సార్ మా కేఎల్ రేడియో లిసనర్స్కి మీ గురించి కొంచెం బ్రీఫ్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా?
In English, okay. Any language. Yeah. Yeah. I am Dr. Polaraju, professor, working at civil engineering department. Working at civil engineering department since from 2010. So I am basically structural engineer. I teach all structural oriented courses to my students. Since from 2010, I am teaching to the students all design oriented courses, analysis oriented courses, like how we design the building, how we analyze the building for our construction outside, how it is going on. Even I basically a structural engineer outside. I give planning for the buildings as per Vastu, and I will design the buildings. I am a licensed structural engineer from CRDA.
గుడ్ టు హియర్ అబౌట్ దట్ సార్. సార్ మీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ గురించి కొంచెం చెప్తారా మాకు?
Yeah, I basically completed my PhD from IIT Madras and my masters from IIT Guwahati in the year of 2009, whereas my PhD I completed in the year of 2017. Actually, when I joined in KLU in the year of 2010, that time I was not having doctoral degree. I just joined as assistant professor. After 2.5 years, I took a turn that let me do the PhD if I want to continue in teaching field. Then I started trying for the PhD study in different IITs. Then finally I got the admission in IIT Madras. In the year of 2012, I went to the IIT Madras for doing my PhD degree by taking the study leave from KL University. With the KLU management great permission, I went to the IIT Madras, and within 3.5 years, I completed my PhD degree there, and I have come back and rejoined in KL University in civil engineering department as the associate professor. So later on, I got award from IIT Madras, and after that, of course, I become head of the department for 1 year. Then, due to my personal issues, I went outside for 2 years. I was not here in KL University. Again, I have come back by requesting KLU management. Now I join in civil department right now as a professor. So this is my education as well as my career starting from KLU.
సార్ మీరు ఐఐటి గౌహతిలో చదివారు కదా సార్. నార్త్కి సౌత్కి చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది కదా సార్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్లో. మీరేమన్నా చూసారా డిఫరెన్స్?
Yeah, a lot of difference I observed. There basically I observed with the students IQ levels, culture, and of course they won't find the difference between male and female, like they sit together in the classroom, but in south side I observed that particularly girl students sit aside and one side, and boys they sit in one other side. So I'm not commenting on that. So basically here our customs are like that, our culture is like that, but north side when they sit together like that and when they discuss together like that, there is a lot of knowledge transformation from one person to another person, because girl students according to me they are very always knowledgeable, and of course boys also at the same time same, but girls actually they doesn't have any other avocations basically, so they study more. So at that time they may transfer the lot of knowledge to the boy students, so that is maybe helpful to the in the north side I observed that.
సార్ మనకి చాలా డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, వాట్ మేక్ యూ చూస్ సివిల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఓన్లీ?
Yeah, why? Because actually civil engineering is a unique branch according to me. Why? Because in daily life everything we see while coming from home to college, even college to home, everything we see, like if you talk about the Vijayawada Varadi is there, there is a Prakasham barrage, so that leads to civil engineering one sub stream actually. Even all buildings which are there in Vijayawada city now, like apartments and multi-story buildings are there, hotel buildings are there, these all also comes under the civil engineering another substream. Like roads are there, national highway we are using basically for coming to KL campus, so that is also comes under the civil. So without civil engineering we can't imagine the day life actually. Of course without shelter I can teach under the tree, but without roads and all, without buildings for living purpose, so we can't lead the life, because we have to protect from the our atmospheric agencies, especially rainy time, summer time, So even heavy wind will come also, sometime it may leads to the health conditions, health problems. So that is why we need shelter. So for that, without civil engineering, there is no shelter. So that's where it's inspired me. Of course, from my family, no one is there in civil. I particularly chosen, I was having number of choices when I was choosing my civil engineering branch, but I particularly chosen only because of this reason.
గుడ్ టు హియర్ దట్ సార్. సార్ మనం సివిల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో ఎక్కువగా బాయ్స్ని చూస్తూ ఉంటాం కదా, మీకు ఇందులో ఏమైనా బయాస్ కనిపిస్తుందా, గర్ల్స్ ఎందుకు ఉండరు సంథింగ్ అలా?
According to me, the main reason maybe the perception of the parents. In turn, it will transfer to the students. If girl students become civil engineers, they have to go to the site under the high level sunrise heat and all. They have to work physically. They have to get strained. So to avoid that one, I think they may choose the other branches than civil. But nowadays, I am observing that not 50%, 30 to 35% girls also joining in civil engineering because of their parents' background or family background or their own inspiration to become a civil engineer. Even they wanted to design the buildings, construct the buildings. So they are not minding now that if I choose the civil engineering, I have to go to the site and I have to struggle much. So they are not thinking much. Even in my class also, I will ask so many students, civil engineering branch is a choice or chance? What is the meaning of that? Choice means you have number of branches, you particularly choose in the civil because you are very passionate about civil. When you come to the chance, you don't have any other chances. Civil only left over there. That is why you choose in the civil. So there are so many girl students, they particularly told that, no sir, we chosen only because of we like the civil engineering. That is the reasons.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ మీరు కరెంట్ దేని మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నారు?
Yeah, my research interest is structural engineering, especially walls. The two three-dimensional quick build panels, where I worked in my PhD. Even masonry walls. Even right now, I'm working on deep beams. So everything, my research actually, it is not materials, my structural behavior. I will validate with softwares, and I will validate with simulation, modeling. ANSYS software I'll use, and Abacus software I'll use. StatPro software, of course, we may use SAP 2000, ETAPS. These are like all analysis-oriented softwares. These softwares we use only for validation purpose. And apart from that, we do experimentation in the laboratory. And finally, these three parameters we validate and we finalize the research. That's it.
సార్ మన కాలేజ్లో మోస్ట్ మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్ ఏది సార్ మీకు?
నాకు మోస్ట్ మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్ అంటే 2011లో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ కల్చర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, maybe what is the name of that, Samyak actually. That is very memorable for me. First time when I joined here, that was happened in very big way. So I really felt that I just saw in IIT Guwahati as a MTech holder. Again, I am seeing similar to IIT kind of program here. So that is my memorable thing here.
ఓకే సార్. కోవిడ్ వల్ల మనమైతే ఆన్లైన్ లెర్నింగ్కి షిఫ్ట్ అయ్యాం కదా సార్. ఆన్లైన్కి ఆఫ్లైన్కి చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఏది బాగా నచ్చింది లెర్నింగ్ అనేది?
Frankly speaking, offline is only the right choice, because in online so many things are missing. Especially while we teach, student will be in the online. Whether he is listening or not, we can't able to cross verify. If we ask them to switch on their cameras, they are claiming that, sir, we are losing the data consumption. So that is why I have to switch off the camera, sir. Then when he is switch offing the camera, whether he is sitting in front of the mobile or system, we can't able to find. When we are cross-checking time, like when we call with roll number or name, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he may say that, sir, yes, I am here, sir, like that. Sometimes he may not respond also. That means whether he is listening or not, we can't say. And even on online, they can't ask any doubts and they can't interact with the faculty member. Even on board, we can't explain. We have to use the digital whiteboard only. So this is literally creating a lot of problem. I will say only 60% of the knowledge levels only reaching to the students in online compared to the offline actually. This is my opinion.
ఓకే సార్. ఇప్పుడు స్టూడెంట్స్లో చాలా రకాల మందిని చూస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా, అందరూ చాలా డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళందరినీ మీరు ఎలా హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తారు సార్?
Yeah, basic my style of dealing with the student is I'll see their knowledge levels and IQ levels, their attitude, body language. Basically, all students are good only because of their way of growth and their way of surroundings and where they stay here, live in the hostel or room. So because of that nature of thing only, they will behave differently. So we have to say them that in a counseling process. I mean to say it's a counseling. No, you don't behave like this. If you behave properly, you will learn properly. Then if you learn properly, you will settle properly. So like this, my way of guiding, my way of counseling will be there for the students. Of course, if any arrogant and notorious student is there, so I'll deal with him by calling to me into my personal room, and I'll warn him, very smooth warning. Don't behave like this. Then if you behave like this, I will trouble you, I will punish you, like that. Then finally he will come to the correct line only. Why? Because when I say good things and when I shout him, he will accept. That means, according to me, if I am teaching in the classroom very properly, concept and everything very pakka, he is also understanding, but he is not able to concentrate for preparation. So that is missing with him. That is his problem. So that time, if I say how to prepare for your preparation and for your examinations, that time if he get any benefit, he will be happy. And if I shout him also, he will accept that. Arey, sir is very good teacher, but at the same time, for my goodness only, he is shouting me. That is why he will accept. For suppose if any faculty is not teaching properly, and if he shout him, he will not accept. He may not comment in front of you. He may comment on backside that why he is shouting me. He can't teach properly. He is not a good teacher. Like that, student mentality will be there. So like that, my way of dealing will be there with the students. That's it.
ఓకే సార్, మీరు చాలా పబ్లికేషన్స్ ఇచ్చారు కదా, దాని గురించి మాకు కొంచెం చెప్తారా?
Yeah, I have around 70 publications. Out of that, 50 Scopus indexed publications and 7 SA publications, and remaining papers are UGC recognized publications. All are very good journals, reputed journals. I have a lot of citations. Citations in the sense, my paper, how many people are using for their research purpose in their papers. And there are two other criteria also. One is H index and another one is I index. H index means one of my paper, if anybody cited 2 times, I'll get 1 H index. If one of my paper, if anybody cited 10 times or anyone, I'll get 1 I index. Like that, I10 index, I have around some 5. That means my 5 papers cited more than 10 times, and I have H index around 32. That means my 32 articles got 2 times citation each one. So that is why I have H index 32. So I am very happy for that, what I am having right now. This is, I am telling, my database on Scopus index as well as Google Scholar database index. So there are two indexes. Anything we may consider. Even I am very fond of doing research with the MTech projects and PhD ongoing research work also there. So there I am producing a number of papers with very good reputed journals. So I am happy for that.
స్టూడెంట్స్కి సివిల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో రీసెర్చ్ గురించి కానీ పబ్లికేషన్స్ గురించి కానీ మీరు ఇచ్చే అడ్వైజ్ ఏంటి సార్?
Yeah, I want to suggest all students, research they should start from BTech level itself. From 3rd year onwards, they have to start the research. Of course, just now one of your co-mate told that she just attending the that review project review, and she came here, and she also can write one paper for her project research work. Even you also can start your research work from 3rd year onwards. And for masters, of course, here we have a compulsory, they have to publish the paper. Without publishing the paper, they can't get the degree from here. So in that way, I can suggest to the all students, first of all, they have to read the papers of their area of interest which they are choosing the research. Once they read the properly papers of the previous research, they will understand what they have to do, and in turn they can discuss with the guide of the supervisor, and they can decide their actual work, and they can proceed. Of course, for the PhD, they have to do the literature review thoroughly, and they have to decide their methodology, they have to decide the objective and scope, and they have to decide the experimentation. There are so many stages in PhD actually. So PhD is completely different from your MTech and BTech actually. So my recommendation, strong recommendation, strong suggestions to the students that it is not only limited to civil. Of course, all branches of the engineering students, they have to start their research from third year level itself, and final year of course they have to publish the paper. And if they go for the master's degree, they have to publish the paper according to the rules of so many colleges, not only KLU. So this is my philosophy about that.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ మీరు యంగ్ ఏజ్లో హెచ్ఓడి అయ్యారు కదా, దీని మీద మీ ఒపీనియన్ ఏంటి సార్?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate enough to become head of the department in the 33 years age. So I would say I was the youngest HOD in KL University ever before. So of course that opportunity given by KLU management by observing me, maybe my speed of work and my even maybe my way of work. But I utilized that 1 year, and of course I worked for NAC, and I was a NAC HOD, and I organized one international conference. It was grand success. In grand way we have conducted here, organized here. And not only that, so many programs. Even when I was there, I tried for so many placements with my own contacts, not only regular college placement cell. So I tried from my own contacts, and I given so many placements to students, and so many programs, and so many interactions with faculty members, lot of documentation, even lot of growth. I made it. In my personal opinion, I did lot of contribution to the department. So that time the department was like in very peak level, and people were looking at, oh, civil engineering department, they are doing like that. So that I can feel, and I can get the feedback from the different people. So I was very happy with my tenure of 1 year. But after that, due to my personal issues, I quit that position and I went out. Again, I came back to KLU.
Sir, can you please tell us about the consultancy work involved by our university?
Yeah, especially civil engineering department doing consultancy in a very remarkable way. We do lot of consultancy, especially building designs and metal testing and water testing, even road metal testing we do. Of course, even Amaravati work was in peak. That time we got a lot of works. Of course, there also I am very fortunate that when I was my head of the department, we got lot of consultancy. For that, actually, one team, especially formed from the civil department with senior faculty members and myself, we went to the Amaravati premises, and we interacted with all engineers and that concerned contractors with L&T, Shapurji Palanji, and Nagarjuna Construction Company, and we explained about our services, what type of instruments we have, what is the equipment we have in our laboratory, what sort of services we can give in consultancy. We explained them with a brochure, well prepared brochure, and they really given very positive response, and they visited our laboratories, and they given a lot of consultancy works. So that time we increased our means revenue, budget revenue from the consultancy in a remarkable mark actually, point. So that we have done in KL University Civil Engineering Department. Our laboratories also, especially we have a structural laboratory loading frame. So nowhere it is available in and around Vijayawada and in and around Guntur actually. Even I can say, according to my observation, in private colleges starting from Anantapur to Srikakulam, that loading frame is not available. With the capacity of 200 tons capacity, we can test the D-beam up to even 200 ton capacity load we can apply in that. So that is with the cost of around some 35 lakhs to 40 lakhs. Our KLU management positively responded and arranged during our period. So that is we are using effectively, and we are doing lot of consultancy at our civil engineering department laboratories.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ మీరు ఇంజనీర్స్ డేకి ఏదో క్విజ్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా, ఆ క్విజ్కి ప్రైజ్ మనీ అయితే చాలా ఎగ్జైటింగ్గా ఉంది. దాని గురించి మా కేఎల్ రేడియో వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం చెప్తారా లిసనర్స్కి?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that program actually we are planning in very grand way, national level quiz program on one particular topic, that is concrete technology. So why we limited only that one? Because that is purely practical oriented subject. So that will be useful for the any civil engineering student if they really prepare for the quiz examination, Of course, that subject they generally study in BTech second year level. So they might have prepared well, but when they prepare for the quiz examination, they will prepare well by looking at the prize money and that enthusiastic participation in the quiz. And this quiz is going to be held in 3 levels. Level 1 is going to be a scrutiny level and a screening level. So from this level, we are going to be taking top 25 candidates, participants, based on their marks. And this level 1, we are going to asking 90 questions. 1 hour time will be given. So the exam level is going to be very tough. And who are really prepared, they only can handle this quiz examination of first level. So top 25 to, it will be divided into 5 equal batches of, each batch contains 5 candidates. And with the external expert, especially from industry, and 1 faculty representative from the department, 1 student coordinator also will be there in that particular panel. And each and every level of panel, again 3 rounds will be there. 1 round is going to be a visual round, buzzer round, like direct asking question round. So in this all rounds, based on the scores, again one person candidate will be selected from the each panel. At final level, 5 candidates only will be reaching there, and there quiz master will be conducting the quiz examination with again 3 rounds, buzzer rounds. All 3 rounds we are planning buzzer rounds. So at final, out of 5, we will be taking first prize person, second one, third one, like that. First prize we are planning to provide 25,000 rupees, and second prize 15,000 rupees. Third prize we are planning to provide 10,000 rupees. On the leave of Engineers Day of the Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya birthday of this September 15th, we are planning this program. Even by inviting very reputed and high-level people as a chief guest in our KLU campus, we are planning in our one seminar hall. So that we are under process actually. We are working on it. On this actually, there are so many student coordinators, faculties are working on it. Of course, our head of the department is very cooperative, and with his great support, we are at this level. We are really planning big event actually.
Finally, your advice to KL students?
Yeah, my great advice to the KL students that be sincere, be honest, prepare well, focus on your career. At the same time, enjoy your daily life, and do participate in extracurricular activities. Do participate in your departmental activities. Be enthusiastic, be proactive, and be positive always. Of course, don't go for any negative thinking, and don't look at any surrounding in and around what is happening. And of course, do good friendship, and do well and prepare well. Don't keep any backlogs, and learn properly, conceptually. If any teacher is teaching properly, utilize him effectively. If he is not teaching, moderately is teaching, we don't depend on him. According to me, teachers are just mentors only. So they will show the path. So most of the work you supposed to do. So like that you think, and don't blame anybody. And you do yourself, and prepare yourself, and think about yourself, you only. So not by others. So that I can tell to the students of KL University.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We are so glad to have you here. We are so glad to have you here, sir. Thank you for coming to the Unify KL Radio, sir.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. So well organized by Likitha, and another station manager, and, who is shooting this, okay, and who is supporting people who are here, and well organized. Of course, first time I am coming to KL Radio studio. I know that there is a studio, KL Radio studio is there, but I used to hear from the audio sometimes while walking in the morning, giving messages about COVID-19 and precautions, and even sometimes they announce the schedule of examinations. They announce about Samyak which is going to come very soon, and Surabhi. All updates, whatever the major updates which is related to especially student centric. So, and other general information also. Even sometimes very good songs they play, very nice songs they play for listening. So that I observe. So that is my observation about KL Studio. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you for your kind words towards KL Radio.